Hello everyone, it is Monday the 12th of August. I've just got to the plot and guess what I've just noticed? There are wood chips. There has not been wood chips in months. So I think I'm going to collect a load and just dump it here for now, and then when I come up next time I'll bring loads of cardboard with me. I'm so excited. The wood chips, they don't look amazing. I think it's mainly like pine looking stuff. There's a lot of like pine needles in it, but that's okay. It means I can cover some of the most weedy areas with wood chips, and yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, I think I'm going to put a piece of weed sheet down and then just pile the wood chips on top, and then we'll spread them out next time we're at the plot. Let's go! Right, I'm hoping this will be enough to do all of the pathways in between the beds. I'm going to start weeding them now. Well, kind of getting the perennial weeds and the bigger weeds out. Then, yeah, I'm going to lay the cardboard and next time I'm here, and then this on top. I don't think I'm going to use weed sheet anywhere apart from the very back of the plot when I actually get to that area. I think cardboard will be fine for these paths. There's not actually that much growing in them. This area, however, this is just pure grass and weeds, and I don't think I'll have enough for this area this time, but at least the paths between the beds will be done. It is far too hot to be shoveling and wheeling things around today, and that just took me half an hour. And I'm boiling. So, oh my gosh, I've just noticed a really big pumpkin. Can you see it? Look at it! It's a big curry squash. Wow! What? Guys, I picked these on Friday, and there's already another giant courgette. Twist. Twist. There we go. Oh my word. And there's more in there. And there is another one. Twist, twist. Oh no. That twist didn't work, but oh well. Another courgette. So the big curry squash is there, which I saw. I've noticed there's another really big one down underneath everything. This is amazing. And also the pumpkin, which I showed last time, is here. It really needs like to go in a bag or something, a net bag, and to be propped up. Otherwise I think it's going to rot down there. So yeah, so many jobs to do. I'm gonna have so many sweet pea pods to pick soon. I'm just gonna wait for them to get a little bit more crispy. Are there any ready? I don't think so, not yet. Down there. Oh no, that one looks terrible. I was going around weeding the beds and deadheading the dahlias, I was thinking about next year, thinking about what I wanted to grow, the configuration of my beds, how they are now, is okay, but I think the 3 smaller beds that I put beside the greenhouse, I might move them, so that's a job for winter. Anyway, while I was weeding, I was thinking about outdoor tomatoes. Do you guys have any recommendations of what tomatoes are good for outdoor? I know there are specific outdoor tomatoes that are blight resistant that perform well, but I want to make sure that they actually taste nice because I've also read that some tomatoes that like produce really well outside also don't really taste of anything. So if you've got any good tomato recommendations, let me know in the comments. In last video I also mentioned that I didn't like runner beans, and a lot of you agreed and suggested some more French bean varieties to try. Blue Lake was one that came up quite a bit, and also people recommended dwarf French beans as well. I did sow a lot of dwarf French beans this year. They all got eaten in my garden at home, which I'm yet to share. I know I've said multiple times that I will make a video about my garden at home, but my garden at home has a huge snail problem. It's not slugs, it's snails. And yeah, a lot of things got eaten this year, so the stuff I'm growing at home is very is not as much as I wanted to grow this year. I've got tomatoes. All my dwarf French beans got eaten, so I'm yet to pick a single dwarf French bean. And I've got one courgette plant, and it's just very minimalistic this year, but that's okay. I have focused a lot of my attention on the allotment plot. But anyway, moving on. I can't remember what I was saying. I was talking about French beans. But yeah, next year, no, I'm not going to do runner beans. I'm going to do lots and lots of French beans. But it does feel kind of weird because I feel that runner beans are one of those things that everyone grows, and it's one of those like allotment plot staples, and I think I will feel a bit weird not growing it next year, but yeah, they're just not for me. Another thing I was thinking about while I was going around weeding and just staring at things as you do, was the flowers. I'm really happy with the dahlias this year, and I'm so happy that I just stuck a load of flowers in to fill the gaps. I feel like I haven't grown that many vegetables this year, but it is my first year after all, and I did use flowers just to fill gaps, and pumpkins also to fill gaps. Pumpkins, I don't think I'm going to grow as many next year. I have loads. I have had a couple of comments, people saying, oh, you've got a lot of pumpkins there, like what are you going to do with them all? I don't know yet. We'll see how many I actually harvest. I'm sure I'm going to get quite a fair few. So pumpkin things that I've made in the past, obviously pumpkin pie, absolutely love pumpkin pie. I usually roast pumpkin. Curry squash is absolutely lovely, just roasted with salt and pepper. Other things that I've done, literally just roast and puree pumpkin and then freeze it, because it's very easy just to stick into soups in the future if you've just got it in the freezer ready to go. Pumpkin bread, pumpkin cake, all these things. I'm very much looking forward to making these things over autumn. Speaking of recipes, I have been filming a little how I use my produce video. Pretty much all the recipes are for courgettes, because the courgettes I've been harvesting have been absolutely huge. I actually only have 2 courgette plants on the plot, but it feels like I've been getting so many oversized courgettes and marrows. So the recipes I've been making have literally just been to use up these courgettes, and that will be coming soon. I've tried courgette cake, courgette bread, a frittata or something along those lines. a different courgette cake. I've tried 2 different courgette cakes, so that video will be coming soon, but just a warning, it is mainly courgette recipes, but hopefully that'll be out soon and you will enjoy all those lovely courgette recipes. So my tomatoes are actually doing something now. They're still slightly curled, but I'm going to give them a good water now. And look at this. I wonder. Oh, it might have blossom end rot. Yeah, I'm going to sort that out this week, but there are so many that are looking so good. And yeah, the sun gold are just winning. Got loads to pick. So these are the Black Russian, and they don't look black. They're definitely ripe because they're quite soft to touch. So somebody actually said in the comments ages ago when I was sowing these or planting these out that they were disappointed by the Black Russian because they thought they were going to be like big beefsteak tomatoes, and they turned out to be cherries, and I was like, what? No, I didn't think they would be cherries, but it turns out mine are also cherries. I actually haven't tasted these yet. I picked one on Friday, I think it was, and yeah, I didn't eat it. So this one is ready. It's really soft. No, it doesn't want to come off. So yeah, I'm going to taste these when I get home. Weird. So the paprikas are starting to ripen. They weren't like that the other day, so that's happened over the weekend, which is amazing. I don't think any of the others have begun. Right, I've watered the greenhouse, and to be honest, I've just been walking around the plot taking measurements because I'm already trying to think about next year's allotment plan. And I know it's only August, but I feel like if I don't note down my thoughts now, then I'll forget by next year. So I'm just trying to think of like the layout of my plot currently and what I like and don't like about it, and also trying to work out where I'm going to fit my shed in. So I do have a little shed. It's in my garden at the moment, but I don't really need it or use it much there because my garden is so small, and to be honest, like most of my tools are at the allotment anyway. So yeah, I'm just trying to work out like where I can put my little shed. And yeah, I've taken some measurements, and when I get home I am going to draw up another plan and yeah, see how things go. I am already so excited about the greenhouse next year. So you might have seen that I've just been pulling out all the mare's tail from yeah, this terrible I think that's going to be an ongoing issue like for the rest of forever, because mare's tail is like a prehistoric plant, isn't it? So I feel like I'm not ever going to get rid of it. So instead of putting beds in the greenhouse, which I would have loved to do in the beginning, I think I am going to cover over the greenhouse flooring and either gravel it, or I would love to do what Jessie has done at plot 37. I love how she's got like proper flooring in her greenhouse, so yeah, I would love to do that, or just gravel, and then make a bench, either an L-shaped bench or just a bench across the back, and yeah, grow mainly peppers and chilies, a couple of cucumber in here. Not too sure about tomatoes because yeah, this year's tomatoes have not been great, and yeah, I think I would rather keep my tomatoes at home. But yeah, otherwise like the chilies and peppers are doing amazingly. Next year I'll probably sow a couple of different varieties of aubergine as well, because we've only got one type of aubergine this year and they're very small. They're called Slim Jim, so they only produce little thin aubergines anyway. So yeah, there's lots to think about, and yeah, I'm going to draw up another little plan when I get home. And I am going home now, and I'll come back in a couple of days time to start wood chipping the paths. So see you soon. Hello everyone, I am back. I'm armed with cardboard and we're going to get some more wood chips. I've seen there's been another delivery, nicer looking stuff, and we are going to get to work on wood chipping these paths. Look how beautiful my sunflowers are behind me, and also I've just noticed there's a lot more shoots and green leaves on the fig tree. It is in fact coming back to life. And the little leaves are starting to unfurl. All is not lost. The fig tree will be okay. So we're going to work on this path and these along here and here. Then I think once those are done, it's going to be a lot easier to see where things are. I did go around and pull out the perennial weeds last time I was here. I'm going to try and dig out a little bit more of the bigger weeds, and then lay the cardboard and then the wood chip. Let's go. I was a little bit ruthless cutting back the nasturtium again. I just feel like they have just grown so big this year. As much as I love nasturtium, they're just too big. So yeah, I cut that one back quite harshly, and then I layered down the cardboard and made sure to overlap each piece. Some of the pieces of cardboard I had were super thick, so I think they'll do a really good job at keeping the weeds down, and then the other pieces I was just overlapping to make them a little bit thicker. But don't shout at me guys, but in some places I didn't use cardboard, as you'll see in a bit. But I think because the amount of wood chips that I've put down, it will suppress the weed for quite some time. Hopefully it'll keep the weeds down until next spring, but we will see. Right, I have the cardboard down. Finally, it looks so much better just with cardboard, to be honest. And I also decided to clear this area again. I couldn't quite see my pots anymore, and that pot of Jerusalem artichokes really needs a really good drink. How many times did I say, really? But anyway, I'm going to finish clearing this, and I think I'm going to use the plastic which is currently under the wood chips on this patch here. I eventually want to put a raised bed here. Haven't got round to it yet, but that's okay. Something to do over the winter. Yeah, so I need to finish clearing this, get shoveling the wood chips onto the cardboarded areas. I really thought I had more cardboard. I thought I'd be able to do right through the archway, but apparently not. I'll have to collect some more. I've pushed that poor squash plant like literally right over so I can get the wood chips underneath, because I noticed a couple of stalks were getting quite rotten. I think that's just because they were literally just in the wet soil. This thing, it's supposed to be a patty pan, but they look so weird. That doesn't look like a patty pan to me, so I need to harvest that anyway because it's getting quite big. And I also uncovered another great big marrow. So annoying. Every time I think I have a courgette. Oh gosh. Oh god, and there's another giant one there. Jeez. I literally picked them a couple of days ago. They look so open at the moment. Right, I'm going to finish, carry on with this bit, and then get shoveling. So I haven't done much research on this because, well, I've never had an allotment before, but what do people do with their raised beds over winter? I haven't really thought about what to sow and grow over winter until now, so I might be a little bit late for sowing seeds and stuff. But also, what do people use, like green manure and stuff, and cover crops on their raised beds, or do you just leave it bare? What am I supposed to do? So I already know that I'm going to be planting lots of spring bulbs, snowdrops, alliums, tulips, daffodils, all of those things. But what do you do with the rest of the space? If anybody has any suggestions or videos or articles, blogs, point me in the right direction so I can start doing a little bit of research, because like I said, never had an allotment before, never had to think about these things before. Obviously I want to keep my soil healthy and put nutrients back into it over winter, so what do? Do I just mulch it with horse poop and then just start planting again in the spring or what? I need to know these things. I need to do more research. Anyway, any suggestions will be greatly appreciated. Alright, I've done one path and this bit and that little bit up there. I've had second thoughts about putting black plastic down because I just found a toad under here. So I can't use it because, yeah, the toads. Anyway, it was a little tiny toad. I put it in the dahlias. Yeah, little toad is under there somewhere. I spilt the rest of the chips there, and you know what? I'm just gonna dump a load more on this bit and that bit there. Yeah, I'm just gonna get some of the fresh stuff. Right, let me just get my energy back and then we'll go again. Well, I might have got a little bit carried away. I did this whole area as well. It's a really thick layer of wood chips. There's no cardboard underneath this bit, unfortunately, but I'm hoping because I think this was like 3 wheelbarrow loads, it'll be thick enough to suppress the grass, but if not, oh well, I don't mind. It looks nice for the time being. Okay, the sad Jerusalem artichoke is kind of ruining this nice scene. But yeah, I need to pick that whopper. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. It's so heavy. There we go, another stuffed marrow. These dahlias are honestly the best. The bee. Oh, he just washed his undone eye. Yeah, these dahlias, I love them. The bees absolutely love them. I'm so impressed. I absolutely love just watching the bees on here. I'm boiling. I look like a beetroot. Oh gosh. It's been a very productive few hours, but I need to go home now. I think the plot is looking so good with the wood chips now. I just need to find more cardboard so I can do under and through the pumpkin archway and up to this back area with the fig tree. So hopefully I can find some more cardboard and we can do that on Sunday. But anyway, oops. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I will see you very soon for another video. Bye guys. I tried to wave, but I've got a glove in my hand.